Hello friends, welcome to Rajesh Data Engineering. In this video, I'm going to explain data security features in Databricks development. Data security is one of the important concepts in any data engineering platform. Most of the companies are spending huge amount of money in implementing best practices of security features in their data platform. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to enforce column level data encryption in Databricks tables. Before getting into encryption, let us try to understand why data security is important. First of all, we need to protect sensitive information. Databricks is used to store and process large volumes of data, some of which might contain sensitive information, such as financial data, personal information, or intellectual property. So, it is crucial to ensure that this information is protected from unauthorized access, theft, or misuse. Coming to compliance, most of the industries are following certain regulatory compliances such as GDPR, that is Global Data Protection Regulation. Those regulations mandate the protection of sensitive data. Compliance with these regulations is necessary to avoid any legal penalties. Coming to preventing data breaches can have serious consequences to any business, including financial losses, reputational damage, or legal liabilities. Proper data security measures can help prevent data breaches and minimize their impact. Finally, maintaining trust with customer is one of the important area for any business. Customers and clients trust organizations with their data. Ensuring that their data is secure is critical for maintaining the trust and fostering long-term relationship. Now, let us see what are the different features provided by Databricks for security. Databricks provides several security features such as encryption at rest, encryption in transit, role-based access control, that is RBAC, multi-factor authentication, and audit logging to help ensure the security and privacy of data stored and processed in the Databricks platform. So in this video, I'm going to focus more on encryption at rest. When we are developing Delta Lake or whenever we are building data warehouse solution within Databricks, how we can encrypt the data at column level. Let's get started with the demo. I have logged into my Databricks environment and my cluster is up and running. So to give a demo on this data encryption, I'm going to create sample delta table as a first step. So I'm creating a delta table using Pyspark command. I have already posted video about how to create delta table using different approaches. Using Pyspark is one of the approach and I'm following that in this example. So let me create a table. This is the table name is a dim employee, which is containing three fields: employee ID, employee name, and SSN number. In this case, SSN number, that is sensitive information, and that is PI information, personally identifiable information. So we are going to enforce security on this particular column in this demo. So let me execute this first step so that it can create the table. Table creation is successful. Now let me insert some sample data into our demo table. So I'm inserting three records: employee ID 100, 200, 300, and employees Mike, David, Peter, and the respective SSN number. I have given some dummy SSN number in this example. This is personal PA information, and I have created my table and also inserted some sample data. Now let me view the data using simple select query. Right, I have created my table and also inserted data. I'm able to see the data. Right, now I'm going to explain how to create encryption and decryption process. So in this example, I'm going to use a Python methodology. I'm going to use Python library, that is cryptography. There is one function fernet, that is part of cryptography. I'm going to use that methodology in this example. Right. For that, first of all, we need to install the library cryptography. Let me execute in this step. The library is installed. Now I have to import Fernet library. Then as part of that, there are some methods like generate key, encrypt, decrypt. There are different methods available as part of that library. Now, first of all, I have to create one encryption key. Using that key, I will be able to encrypt or decrypt the data. So in order to create the encryption key, we have to use the syntax fernet dot generate key. So it is going to generate the key, but in this case, I'm not using key vault or Databricks secrets. But in real-time scenario, what we have to do is we have to get the key, and that should be securely stored within key vault or Databricks secrets. I have already posted one video about key vault and Databricks secrets. That video number is 82. In case you want to get more information about key vault, then you can watch that video. So in this step, I have created the key. Then I'm adding that key into one of the variable. So let me execute this step. So basically in this step, we have created key, and that is stored in variable f. Right. Now, using this key, I want to show you how to encrypt and decrypt. So I'm creating some sample data. This is a test mail at gmail.com. This is one of the PA information. So I'm going to show you how to encrypt and decrypt this data. So test mail at gmail.com, that is the actual original data. Now I'm going to apply the encryption. So for that, I have to call the method encrypt. Within that, I need to pass the data. So let me execute this step, then you can understand. Now, this is the original data. I have encrypted based on the key generated in the previous step. Finally, I am printing and we are getting this as output. So, this value is encrypted like this. Now, if you are going to save this value in our data lake storage, no one can misuse the data. And later, someone has to retrieve the actual information based on this encrypted data. Then they can call the function decrypt. Then the encrypted data, which is kept within the variable test data, that can be passed. So let me execute this step. Now we can see we passed this input to this decrypt function, and we are getting test mail at the rate gmail.com. That is our original data. I hope you understood how this encrypt and decrypt works. Now I am going to show you how to apply in Delta table. So for that, I'm going to create two user-defined function. One function encrypt data that will accept the data and also key. Then it will encrypt. It will call the function encrypt. Then it will apply the encryption on the incoming data. And coming to decrypt, I'm going to create one more user-defined function, that is decrypt data, that is accepting encrypted data along with key. Then using decrypt function, it is going to decrypt the encrypted data. I hope you understood. Now let me execute these steps. Right. Now I have created user-defined functions, and I have to use those functions in my data frame. So for that, I have to register those UDFs. So in order to register UDF, we have to follow the syntax UDF. Then whatever the functions we have created, encrypt data and decrypt data, and what are the inputs it's accepting. Then I'm giving another function name encryption for encrypt data, decryption for decrypt data. So let me register in this step. The execution is done. Now I'm going to create one data frame out of my table dim employee. So in my dim employee table, currently I'm having three records, three columns and three records. Just for this demo, I have given simple data set, but in real-time project, we will have billions of records and many PI or sensitive information columns. So we have to apply on all the columns. In this example, I'm going to apply only on SSN column. Right. Now, I have created one data frame DF based on employee dim employee table. Now I'm going to add one extra column that is called SSN encrypted. For that, I'm going to call my encryption function, which I registered just now. Within that, I'm going to give the column SSN and also the key which we generated earlier. Then finally, I'm going to display that data frame. So let me execute so we can see the output. Here we can see SSN, that is our actual data. Now this is encrypted to other value. This is SSN encrypted. So here we can see, it is encrypted to different values. So in this example, I have kept SSN and SSN encrypted both just for demo. But in real time, once we have encrypted, then we will remove the actual data from this table so that we can give only the column without original data to the users. And later, for some users, they should be able to see the original data. Then they can encrypt using the same key. So in order to encrypt, so I'm adding one more column, SSN decrypted. I'm calling the function decryption, which we registered above. Then I'm passing the input column SSN encrypted along with key. And let me execute this step. Here we can see basically the encrypted data that is decrypted, and both values are same. The original value, and it is encrypted on top of that, and we have applied the decryption on top of this encrypted data. Then we are getting the original data. I hope you understood how encrypt and decrypt works and how we can achieve this solution using Python. I hope you understood the entire process. Hope you liked and enjoyed this video. If you like the content of this video, please like and comment in the channel. And also please subscribe this channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button to get the latest videos. Thank you.